Speechless. The girl has no words. Do I look different? Did I know that I was going to do this with my hair when I walked into the salon? No, I did not. No, I did not. I need you guys' honest thoughts on this. How are we feeling? Now, let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Number one, it's Yom Kippur. We shall discuss. Number two, Tilly Norwood. Dead to me. Dead to me. Number three, I think I'm a brunette. Apparently, this hair color is called blonde, where in some lights it kind of looks a little blonde, and in some lights it looks kind of brown. The technical term of the moment, I guess, is called teddy bear hair. My natural hair color is 10 times darker than this. My natural hair color is very close to black. I wonder if you can see like somewhere through here you can see some darker, but I'm a lot darker than this. This still in the light kind of looks like dark blonde, but in the dark or this right now it's giving brunette. And I'm going to tell you guys how we got here. Okay, you guys are being really nice in the chat, which I appreciate because I have been hit with not as positive reception elsewhere, and some positive and some not positive. So we'll talk about it. I know it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot going on in the world. The color of my hair doesn't fucking matter, but kind of a big change it feels like. So, especially because I made it on a whim. I'll definitely have blonde hair again at some point in life. And I'll go red at some point too. But for now, I think that I really like this. And I need to give my hair a bit of a break. Okay. So we shall get to, should I start with Yom Kippur? Should I start with my hair? If I don't start with Yom Kippur, I'm going to be doing some things that let me start with Yom Kippur. There's not that much to say about Yom Kippur. We can come back to Yom Kippur. We'll start with Yom Kippur, then we'll go to Yom Kippur. Because we do what we want on the show. Do you guys know what Yom Kippur is? And if you followed me for a long time, you probably do. This is the highest holiday for the Jews. Today is the highest holiday. I'm going to keep this brief because the show isn't about Yom Kippur, but for all those who are observing, I hope that you have a meaningful Yom Kippur. This is a reminder that if you are being respectful of your Jewish friends during this time, Yom Kippur is sundown to sundown. So right now, sundown to tomorrow, sundown. What we don't say on Yom Kippur is Happy Yom Kippur. That's not what we say because Yom Kippur is a very serious holiday for the Jews. So that wouldn't be appropriate. It's the Day of Atonement. So this is the day that if you're Jewish, you think back on all the things from the previous year that you might have been able to do better, make any kind of apologies, amends, and work towards being a better you. Let's see how it actually describes itself. What is the purpose of Yom Kippur? Purpose of Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, is to achieve reconciliation through fasting, prayer, and repentance for sins committed in the past year. We don't really believe in sins the same way that like the Christian faith believes in sins, but it's the holiest days of the year where Jews reflect on their actions, ask for forgiveness, and seek a spiritual fresh start. So I am going to be fasting this year, but you guys are about to see me do something that is not part of fasting. So I'm going to be drinking my tea right now. So when you're fasting, it's actually also a water fast. I don't fast from water for Yom Kippur. There's certain like leniencies, but let's start with this. I'm not religious. I'm not a religious person. I don't know that I believe in God or anything. I know that I don't know what's out there, but I'm not a true God believer. So I do it because it's part of my people, it's part of our heritage. I think it's cool to cool is a weird word, but I like to reset every year on Yom Kippur, to fast, to focus, to think on what I could do better. But I'm not a strict follower. If I was, I wouldn't be working on Yom Kippur, and I'm working tonight here, and I'm working all day tomorrow. If I was strict at following Yom Kippur's rules, I wouldn't drink water because you're supposed to fully fast. But I get really bad headaches. They make allowances for that. Also, I have medication to take. So I'm not going to be drinking anything other than water, except for just went down. I have my tea. I tried to finish it before, but this is actually not like a yummy tasting tea. This is a medicine tea. This tea has all of the stuff that you need to try to avoid getting sick. And right now, because I already missed work and Grammy had been sick and everybody around me has been coming down with stuff, this has like all of the vitamins and whatever it's called, like traditional medicinals. It's one of those medicinal teas. So I'm going to finish this, and then for the rest until tomorrow, it will just be water. And that will be what I do. So to everybody who is practicing, I hope it's a meaningful practice. And I encourage anybody, even my favorite guys out there, the rock stars who are not Jewish, to use today to check in. What things did you not like that you did this last year? Is there anybody that you do owe an apology to, including yourself? Is there anything you can think about doing better in the future? What things like that. The 5 rules of Yom Kippur, just for those of you who are curious: abstaining from eating or drinking, refraining from bathing or watching, which I don't do either. I'm going to shower because I shower every day, and I don't feel like that helps me check in with myself to not bathe. But people who really practice don't bathe or wash. Not applying oils or creams to the body. I certainly will be doing that, as I'm going to be bathing and then I'm going to be going to work. So can't be a scaly bitch. Not wearing leather shoes and avoiding sexual relations. So let's talk about the ones of these that I'm going to do. I'm not going to eat. I'm going to avoid sexual relations. That's not a religious thing. That's because I lack in the options department for that. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys a crazy story, a crazy dating story. All right, I'll tell it later. But remind me, Streamlabs, I forgot to say this, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in, send in support for Yom Kippur. Fasting is difficult. I know that some people fast for 3 days, like people in life. Fasting for 1 day is always difficult for me. So that 25-hour sundown to sundown thing is woof city. And I'm going to be working all day. I'm filming back to back to back tomorrow. So I really wish me luck. And send in Streamlabs support, send in super chat, questions, comments, concerns. Again, we're talking about my hair. We're talking about Tilly Norwood. We're talking about my dating story. We're talking about all of that and whatever it is you guys want to talk about. It's the Wednesday show. We go all over the place, go all out. Super chat, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Now you know the rules. I'm going to bathe. I'm going to wash. I'm going to apply oils and cream. I'm going to drink water. And in terms of the leather shoes thing, I'm trying to think of what shoe. I don't know anybody who observes that part. I'm literally kicking off my shoes as we speak because they're currently leather. I'm like, I guess I don't need to be in these right now. I don't know anybody who follows that part, but I guess I could try to wear my Uggs to work. I got to look into why that is. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't know anybody who finds that one to be important, but maybe it is for some reason or another. Maybe it has to do with not being bound. Who knows? Somebody more religious than I probably does. I could Google it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it pushing. Okay, let's see how the new hair looks with the glasses. Is it giving? And are you guys missing the blonde? All right, so now that we've talked about Yom Kippur, let's, for the next 10 minutes, strictly talk about my hair. I know that sounds crazy. I understand that talking about somebody's hair for 10 minutes sounds crazy. But that is what we are going to do because like I have to tell you guys about my hair. So you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, come back in 10 minutes. Because for the next 10 minutes, we are talking about my hair. You've been warned. You've been warned that we're talking about my hair. Okay. So here's what happened. I just hit the entire table. About a year and a half ago, maybe 1 year ago, I started drastically losing my hair. I lost over half my hair consistently everywhere. I'd had COVID multiple times. I'd had the flu multiple times, high fevers, a lot of stress going on in my life. I'm aging, everybody is, and I had just lost a lot of hair. I was talking to my hairdresser about it for the last year. I have gone on Nutrafol and it seems to be helping. I have bought so many hair products like scalp massagers. I've been taking way less heat to my hair. I have been using high-end shampoo and conditioner and oils and creams and all this stuff to try and make sure that my hair is healthy. And it is growing in pretty healthy. Like you can see there's not a lot of flyaways. And you can see there's some regrowth like with my baby hairs. So, and it doesn't look like I'm particularly balding in any one place. There's just significantly less hair kind of everywhere. So it started to really stress me out because I used to have really thick Jewish hair. And I've just been kind of thinking about like the hair that I used to have or whatever. But I was fully intending on going yesterday and getting my hair dyed blonde, like I always do. And then I don't know what happened. Recently, my cousin, who's a hairdresser, has been telling me, like, maybe take a break from the bleach for a little bit. That might help. She was like, it's not guaranteed to, but that could help, whatever it is. So I went into the hairdresser who I've been with for almost 10 years now. I love her so much. She is the best. I was sitting down in the chair. She was like, same as usual. And I was like, yep. And then she was like, okay, so, and then we started talking about it. And she's like, it feels like things are growing back in. I feel like the Nutrafol is helping. I feel like the K18 is helping. I feel like all the things you're doing are working. And I was like, yep. And then I was like, what if we didn't bleach it? Like, what if we just didn't go that much? If we didn't go lighter? And she was like, what are you thinking? And I was like, I'm not thinking anything. This is literally the first thought I've ever had about this. And she was like, there's this really popular trendy color right now called teddy bear. And then she pulled up her Instagram and showed it to me. And it looked like this. It's like a light, kind of look like what a teddy bear looks like. And usually I overthink every single thing. Usually I overthink what color shirt I'm wearing, let alone what color hair I have. Now, mind you guys, I have dark, dark, dark brown hair in real life. Let me see if I can find a picture to show you guys. Some of you have seen. Oh, I posted today a picture of me and Christian Harloff, where you can see. Hold on. Let me turn off my notifications so you do not disturb. So you can see. Where you can, oh, god damn. Where you can see how dark my hair is, right? Dark, dark hair. That picture was taken in 2015. That's the last time I think that I had hair that color. So since then, I've been blonde. Like for 10 years, I've been super blonde. I started doing it because it was helping with my auditions. Being with dark brown hair, I was not ethnically ambiguous to book as a like dark brunette. We thought that it might be good for more like girl next door or just Cali girl, bimbo, all the classic typical things as a blonde. And when I dyed my hair blonde, I did start booking some more stuff. And I also liked it. My mom had dyed her hair blonde. It kind of made me look a little bit more like her. And I just felt like Cali girl in Cali dyes her hair blonde. And so I just kept dyeing my hair blonde for 10 years. So then I'm sitting there and she said to me, "Do you like this color that she was showing me?" And as somebody who overthinks everything, and as an actress, you kind of have to because my headshots are blonde, my reel is blonde, like I'm whatever. I just decided this is kind of randomly coming up. I can always go back whenever I want to being blonde. Um, fuck it, let's go. Let's change it. Let's fucking try it. Let's try it. And I have new shots coming up anyway, so I'm gonna take new pictures. And for your reel, it's okay to have a different color. You just need to like let them know that and whatnot. And it's not like, I mean, it's different, but it's not great. I don't have like a green hair color or something. So she said, let's do it. It's going to be so healthy for your hair because basically this like seals the cuticle because you're adding something instead of stripping it. Bleach strips away, adding color on top of things actually add closes the cuticle so that your hair can not get damaged. So she was like, even if we do this for a couple of months, it's going to help your hair. So I was like, okay, great. And I'm pretty stoked about it so far. Like I got out of the chair and I was like, holy crapola. I'm kind of into this. I didn't think that I really would be, but it's making me feel a little bit more like myself, which is so weird because I've been blonde for so long. And again, I love being blonde and I will go back to being blonde, but I think because I just was back on the East Coast. And when I lived on the East Coast, I was a dark brunette. And this is just more me at this exact moment. I'm not that you can't be a rocker chick if you're blonde, but like I got kind of dark features. So yeah, that's what we did. We also dye my eyebrows because my eyebrows are much darker than this usually. And I do feel like it's kind of, I know I have crazy eyes right now, but the color of my hair is kind of making my eyes pop city because it's more similar. So I'm enjoying it so far. Thank you guys for the positive thoughts. Hopefully I like it enough that sticks around. She did say because there's bleach underneath all this from the years of bleaching that this will probably lighten up in a month after a bunch of washes. So that's fine. And then I can just kind of decide from there where I want to go. It's pretty exciting. A little bit of a change. And then also she showed me how to do this thing that she calls bathtub hair, which I think is really cool. Okay, I would need 2 hair elastics for it, but it kind of looks really good we did a lot of layers in this cut. So for all you girly pops or people with long hair who want this kind of hair, if I had another elastic here, I'd show you. But basically, it's a really quick way to kind of just throw up your hair. So you throw it up in a pony like this. Okay, and then it's high pony. Then you kind of spread it around like this. And then I would take another elastic and do it like this. And then kind of pin back a couple of the pieces here. And just make it a really loose. And these pieces in the front are kind of lighter. So, yeah. Little cutie pie, right? Anyway. That's what we're working with these days, y'all. Okay, so then I leave the salon. I go to Grammy's because I was bringing dinner. This is last night. I get to Grammy's. She says nothing. I said, Graham, look at my hair. She said, yeah. I said, my hair is like low-key brown. And she said, your hair looks exactly the same. And I was like, no. So then I FaceTime my brother. And we're chatting and I'm like, do you notice anything different? And he's like, no. I'm like, look at the color of my hair. He's like, this is always the color of your hair. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, it's kind of like brunette now. He's like, no, it looks blonde. And then talking to my friend Jess Lucero, and I was like, dude, I low-key just dyed my hair kind of brown. And then I sent her 4 photos. And instead of saying if she liked it or not, she just wrote back and said, "Did you get the new phone? Because the camera looks different." And I said, dot, 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 "No, but what about my hair?" She said, "Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm tired." And I was like, "Oh my god, do you hate it?" Like, what? I know it's not insane, but it's different, right? What the fuck? I've been blonde for 10 years. All right, I told you guys that I was going to talk about my hair, like the vain bitch in this moment I am, for 10 minutes. And guess what? I just talked about my hair for 10 minutes and 30 seconds. That's what I did. They can keep drinking their haterade. Because hell yeah to this hair. Now I got to do the headshots, and now I got to see if I can book with this color hair. Fingers crossed. Okay. Let's go into the Streamlabs and then into the super chat. If I must keep talking about my hair, I can and I will. Moral of the story, switch it up if you feel like you should. And you don't have to think that much about things that you can change back if you want to. Yay. All right. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStarter. Happy spooky season. It's October 1st. What do you guys got going on? We've been talking about in the Discord what we're doing for spooky season. Okay, RQMDSMD. Roxy Gamar Shatima Tova, and have a meaningful Yom Kippur. My best to you and your family. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Gamar Shatima Tova. I appreciate you. I never know all the Hebrew words to say, and all my friends that speak Hebrew always tell me whatever it is. And when people ask me what things mean, I'm like, because like I also thought that Shana Tova, it's like have a good holiday, but it's more about like a sweet year. And also Yom Kippur comes right after Rosh Hashanah. So anytime anybody just gives a little effort to tell me, basically, like, I know that you're Jewish and have a meaningful or good or whatever holiday, I'm so grateful. So thank you for that, RQMBSMD. Jessica O in the streamlabs.com/Roxy says, this question is for legal people. Didn't the federal courts rule that anything made by generative AI can't be copyrighted? So anything this AI animation does will be in the public use domain. I don't remember that at all, Jessica, but that might be possible. Unfortunately, I'm not a legal person, but maybe somebody watching is. So let us know, legal people. It seems to not be the way it is, because otherwise, then why would agents be able to sign a piece of AI and get money from it? And why would they be able to, the creators of the specific AIs get paid for it? If people could just take it. Maybe because people don't know how to operate it. Guys, answer Jessica's question. Mike Joyce in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says, I know LA men be crazy. I definitely want to hear about your dating story. So here's a reminder to tell us later. Okay, Mike, thanks for the reminder. I appreciate you. And I shall get there. Imprinted on brunettes. Team Brunette, I love the hair color. You look amazing. So pretty. I never care for you as a blonde. You won't be single for long now, Team Stryer. Okay, on that note, that's hysterical. I still love me as a blonde. Do I like it better? Maybe. Whatever books me more roles is what I like better. But I appreciate that you are a man of taste. Here's what I will tell you guys. Every picture on my dating profile is me as a blonde. And I had a couple of guys ask me out this week. Do I need to say to them, I don't want to catfish you. I'm no longer a blonde? Like, how do I handle that? I guess very quickly I need to try to take a cute picture and upload it and say, just colored my hair or something. But in the meantime, if I want to go out with somebody, do I say, I'm not a blonde now? Because I feel like some men are very picky and only like blondes. And I never want to be accused of trying to catfish anybody. Like all of my pictures are within the last few months. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, no, not important. Yes, send a new look. Yeah, seems like you guys have different opinions. Yes. Like, does anybody think it's weird if they ask me out and I say, like, great, just as an FYI, colored my hair a little darker this week, didn't want you to be surprised when you saw me, or something like that. I don't know. Not weird at all. Never hurts to mention it. Okay. Well, then I will. Sexy Andrew in the house. Andrew Thomas says, happy first day of Halloween, Roxy. It's not how Halloween works. You look sexy as a brunette and also with glasses. Yeah, these glasses blur up quite easily, though. I need a microfiber cloth up here because the tissue paper is not doing it. I do think it's totally game time to celebrate Halloween, though, for the entire month of October. I wish I got to go to Salem again, this trip back to Boston, but I just didn't have time. I need to make it to Horror Nights. Why was that the face I made? Because it's a sexy face. J-Dog in the house, blonde, brunette. Does not matter. You look terrific either way. Happy Yom Kippur, Rocks. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating the hair, no matter what color. I also think that, okay, so you guys know, I dated somebody for a very long time who was very, very specific about how I looked. And when we started dating, I was a brunette. And that person actively told me every day he was more into blondes than brunettes, more into blondes than brunettes. And it started to really wear on me. And so I eventually colored my hair blonde, and it was more about what I thought it could do for my career. But definitely one of the perks was I thought that he might like me more. And he did. And then I was like kind of scared to go back to brunette. It's kind of like how he convinced me I looked so bad in red lipstick, I didn't wear red lipstick again until this year because that really fucked with my psyche. And so he always told me that I was way more attractive as a blonde. I looked way better as a blonde. And so I'm kind of excited to be free from those shackles and not give a flying fuck about this person or what they think about me and how I look anymore. And it feels good. It feels good to not have any care that a guy thinks that I'm more attractive as a blonde. And like, I think everybody has preferences between like, do they like blondes or brunettes or redheads or bald or short hair, long hair, like of course, tall, short, like what body type you like, what skin tone you prefer, that one's kind of crazy, but you know what I mean? Just like visually how somebody skin tone you prefer is actually fucking unhinged. I've seen people on their Hinge profile, right? Like the skin tone that I prefer, every time I see that, I'm like, what the fuck kind of comment is this? Just like who you like and don't like who you don't. But or like fashion, style, like everybody has eye color, whatever, preferences. No, nothing wrong with that. But like making somebody feel like they won't love you if you don't have the hair color that they prefer, that really fucked me up. And yeah, I'm just very excited to be back to a place where I don't care if somebody prefers it a different color. I care. I want to know what looks better, but y'all know what I mean. Maybe. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I told you guys I was going to talk about my hair for 10 minutes. I have a feeling I want to talk about it for the entire show. So buckle up. It's a show about my hair. Christian Harsey in the Streamlabs. Where you been, Christian? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hey, Rox. The hair looks great. Thank you. We're balancing each other out because I started dyeing my hair blonde. Oh, that's so cool. We switched places. So there's one more blonde and one less blonde and one more brunette and one less brunette in the world. I'm not going to say your next part because you said also F, a dear friend of mine and of the show. You said also fuck Jake. No reason. He's just a dumb UNC fan. Jeez Louise. Ruthless Christian. You guys are funny together. Ash, a new guy in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, I'm on the season 3 finale for Bridgerton. I started last week. Also cool hair. Thanks, Ash. How are you feeling about Bridgerton? Grammy keeps asking me when there's more Bridgerton. She loves Bridgerton. Graham loves Bridgerton. Shout out to Andrew Thomas, J Dog, RQMDSMD, Christian Hardesty, Ash, Lloyd, Jess Kuo for being our Streamlabs and Super Chatters of the day so far. You guys rock. I really appreciate you. Thanks for supporting me on this Yom Kippur, where I'm not supposed to be working, and I am supposed to be thinking about my life, but instead I'm here thinking about my life out loud with you guys. Mr. Indie Fanatic in the house, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, what is your expectations for the next Vince Gilligan show? My expectations, I saw that like teaser. Let's see. Let me look up what they've listed about it is. Vince. Also, you wrote Vince Gillian, but I said Gilligan because I'm assuming that's who you're talking about, unless there's another creator, Vince Gillian, and then let me know. But Vince Gilligan show, pluribus, follows the most miserable person on earth and the one who must save the world from happiness. Is the description. It says it's a drama sci-fi. Series premiere November 7th. Obviously, everybody's so excited that Reese Horn is in this. Let's see if I recognize any of the other actors. These twin sisters, I don't know. Their names are Monet and Monique Lott. That's wild. Imagine naming twins Monet and Monique. That's cute as shit. And I don't think I recognize quite literally anybody else on this show. So I don't know what to make of it. I am hopeful because he's a sick creator, and Better Call Saul was really good, and obviously Breaking Bad was excellent, and I'm a fan of the X-Files, and I even liked the movie El Camino. So fingers crossed. How are you guys feeling about it? Excited? Think it's gonna be good? Let me know. Thanks for the question. And thanks for the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Send in other questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. Okay, so right before the show, I was on a dating app and I matched with this guy who was super cute. And I won't give you his name because it ends up being relevant and whatever. But we're going back and forth. And he says, and I looked at his prompts again, and on one of the prompts, what did it say? It said something like, I can't look it up because we're not following each other, or we're not matched anymore. But it said something along the lines of, one thing I'll never do again, go on a reality show, or something like that. So after a little bit of back and forth, I said, dare I ask you what reality show you went on? And based on his profile, I kind of figured it would be something like active, because he was just like outdoorsy kind of dude. And he was like, I don't want to tell you because it was a dating show and I didn't look particularly good on it, or something along those lines. And he said something like, because actually this girl made me look really bad. And so I typed in his first name and I said, like, say his first name was Sean. I said, Sean dating reality show onto Google. And there he popped up alongside a lot of really bad things, like him saying really inappropriate things about women, him saying really inappropriate things to this woman. Oh, sorry. Before I looked it up, I said to him, was this recent? And he said, yeah, it just aired last month, but you live and you learn. And so I was like, I got to look this up then because this isn't something from his past if this was a month ago. So I looked it up and yeah, I watched some videos and it was like so grotesque. Like just a child, just the way he was talking about women, the way he was treating women. Just really not good. And I wrote back being like, sorry, like, I was gonna just unmatch, but I was like, we've been talking back and forth for a little bit. I feel like I owe it to just say, sorry, because you're saying it was recent and that it wasn't a great look. Like, I just don't think that this is a match. And he was like, well, if we go out, people will recognize me in public. Which like, cool. And he's like, but it's not everybody. It's usually like 1 in every 100 people. And I said, okay, wish you nothing but the best. Just don't think this is a match. Dude, he has a dating show that like literally currently it stopped airing like less than a month ago or something. And I hope this doesn't give it away because I won't say who, but like in which he got engaged. And like there's horrible stories. I was like, geez Louise. And he was like, I only write it on my profile because I think that it's cool for people to know or something. It's like, dude, maybe keep that information to yourself. So I'm very glad I did not go out with him. Very glad. It seemed like he was like actually straight disrespectful to women. And he wrote, like, in all fairness to me, even though it aired a month ago, we shot it almost a year ago. It's like, how much have you changed in almost a year? Also, immediate red flag to blame the woman for how you looked. And then when I watched a few of the clips, I was like, she seems awesome. She seems great. You seem like a fuck nut. So that was the story. I thought you guys would think that was interesting. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Send support. Yom Kippur. How are you guys feeling about Tilly Norwood? I made a post on my Instagram that said, if only J.K. Rowling would be as dedicated to making sure people know that Tilly Norwood isn't a real woman. Because I thought that was fucking hysterical because J.K. Rowling's focus is on fucking trans women, which is just like so egregious. Leave them alone. They have done nothing and just let fucking trans people exist. But Tilly Norwood is AI and is all over the place. So I was just making a joke. And I guess a lot of people in my comments must not know who Tilly Norwood is because I got so many comments being like, I expected better than this from you. Trans women are women. And I was like, and you guys know I don't respond to DMs. So I was just in my head thinking like, this is why people don't deserve to have opinions on everything, because do a little bit of research on me and on this. Like, this is not me commenting on a trans woman. This is me commenting on AI and how this AI is not a real person. You idiots. Loser weirdos. But like, respect for going in on me if you think I'm against the trans community, but I'm not. So like, simmer. Fight the good fight to the people that it needs to fight, not to me. So anyway, and then the people who got it were like, this is fucking hysterical. And I was like, see, y'all get it. Y'all understand. Oh, my tummy kind of hurts, which is not a good sign for somebody who's going to fast. Not a good sign at all. Jake Yakoveta in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says, okay, Christian, I'm going to need you to know that these are not my words. These are Jake's words. I'm looking down the barrel and letting you know Whatever you want to say back, those are your words to Jake. I'm just a conduit. I'm just reading them. I just poked myself in the eye. This is what Jake Yakavetta has to say. Christian can eat every ass in the world. Like we're not brothers and have multiple matching tattoos. One with the World Girls logo. Shot wars are over. We're just family now. That's from Jake. I didn't tell you to eat ass, although worse things have been said. But eating every ass in the world would be horrible. Every single one in the world. Oh my, it'd be every single second of the rest of your life. And you wouldn't even get through a percentage. Ash in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, we're basically voices in your head. So really it's just like thinking about your life. Bridgerton is entertaining. Exactly. I am thinking about my life just out loud to you guys, the voices of my head. I watch it 2 times speed with audio description, and sex scenes and audio descriptions are so funny and descriptive. Oh my God. What, like, how descriptive did they get with Bridgerton? That's wild. Give us the deets, Ash. Fake Lloyd in the house. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, are you having more fun as a brunette, or when you were blonde? Your hair really is beautiful and you got dimples too. So photogenic. You're stunning. Thank you. Thanks, Fake Lloyd. Am I having more fun as a blonde or a brunette? Well, I've been a brunette or whatever blonde this color is for 24 hours. And so far, I'd say it's even. What did I do today? I worked in the morning, and then I went and took Grammy to the doctor's. And then I went from the doctor's to get lunch with Grammy and meet up with my friend came for lunch, my friend Sarah. And then we drove Grammy home, and then we went on a walk. And then I came home and cooked and worked and ate, and then I'm streaming. So is that fun? Sure. Yeah. I saw my friend, my Grammy. It's kind of like what my day-to-day life is every day. So similar. I don't feel like I'm turning heads as a brunette. Blondes turn heads. So I got to settle into the fact that people are going to not notice me as much at first. I have to be okay with that. But if I'm not okay with that, I'm going to diet back real quick. Thank you for the comment, though. Told you guys I'm going to talk about my hair for the whole damn show. I'm going to talk about my hair for the whole damn show. To all of you here, let's go. Yom Kippur, talk about her hair. New year, new hair. Go, Roxy. Get her, Roxy. I FaceTimed with my niece today. She's so fucking cute. My whole voice changes. I'm like, hello. Hello, princess. It's like so crazy to hear me talk like that. But I love her. I love it a lot. Oh, my battery on this thing just died. You guys know I've been doing this, but I forget to charge it sometimes. So I really want the new phone. It's just fucking sold out everywhere. Not cool new phone. I can't get it at Apple or Verizon. Frustrating. So what do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Tilly Norwood? The Tilly stuff is just crazy because it's like, let me tell you something. Tilly now has more followers than I do on Instagram, I think. As of this morning. Let's look. And it's like, I've been at this for 15 years. You bitch. You AI motherfucking non-cocksucking bitch. Only in your AI dreams. Tilly Norwood has 43,000 followers. Oh, I have 45. So, okay, I still am beating Tilly Norwood by a couple thousand followers. But this bitch, she has more than Real Rejects, which I run. Not subscribers, but followers. Real Rejects wipes the floor with her with subscribers. You dumb bitch. I kind of think that everybody should, like, in the same way that everybody joined together to be like, bring Kimmel back to on air. I feel like everybody needs to join together to be like, Tilly Norwood, you dumb bitch. This is what I was texting with my actor friends about, though, because a lot of my actor friends were like, SAG really needed to hold out the contract negotiations until they had more clear AI rules in place so that AI characters, AI creations couldn't do SAG work. But the thing is, like, I feel like this was kind of inevitable, and the only way that we can show studios that they're wrong about trying to make actors these AI creations, that it's not the same and people won't be as interested, is by not paying for it. Like, as we just saw with Kimmel, there's only one way for us to out of this, and it's to prove the studios that they can't make as much money if they do this. So I think that's kind of our only shot, is to put our money where our mouth is and not support projects that aren't casting real actors. I don't want to watch that. It doesn't sound interesting to me. I love seeing the choices people make. But I think that's kind of our only shot here. It's very stressful times to be in almost any industry, wondering what the future holds because of AI. And you would have thought the arts would have been one of the last to have to fight this, but for it to be so prominent in the arts is crazy. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Mike Joyce says both seasons of Interview with the Vampire TV show are now on Netflix. If you're looking for a great show to watch, I highly recommend it. People have been recommending that show for me for a while, and I really should. Also, one of my girlfriends today told me I look like a Cullen. I know that's a different vampire, but I feel like I do be looking a little bit like a Cullen, which I will take as a compliment from her and then tell you guys it. Ash, new guy in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. It's full on smut. Let's hear it. Okay. He parts her thighs as her breasts heave with every heave. His fingers dip below the blanked? Maybe blanket. You got to spell things right if you're doing smut. And he kisses her neck. His toned buttocks move rhythmically. Oh, buttocks. His toned buttocks. I think you just have one buttocks. Otherwise, it's a butt cheek. Has he thrust? You mean as he thrusts? Ash, you're ruining the fantasy. He grasps her pert breast. What's a pert breast? P-E-R-T. What's pert? And works his thumb, excites her nipple. Well, first of all, thank you for demonetizing me today. I'm sure I did that all by myself. And second of all, what does pert mean? It's a very important question. And third of all, it sounds like this is how we should all be watching Bridgerton. Are you going to watch Queen Charlotte? Grammy was disappointed in Queen Charlotte. I liked Queen Charlotte, but Grammy was disappointed by Queen Charlotte. And I feel for her because no one should disappoint Grammy. No one, I say. Okay. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Leonard Kim says, J.K. Rowling, is that a nickname for her? Could have spent her time writing more books and expanding the Harry Potter universe. Instead, she made bigotry her new hobby. You hate to see it. Anyway, moving from turf to turf, and that was TERF to TURF. Thoughts on Bad Bunny as a Super Bowl halftime performer? I personally love it. Didn't I talk about that on Sunday? Where were you? I'm sorry, it's not for me. I know that makes me uncool. I don't know a single Bad Bunny song, so I'm just a little bummed about that. I miss rock and roll bands. Like I just wish that it was like the streak that was The Who, Chili Peppers, Coldplay, Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen, all in a like few-year period. That's my vibe. So Bad Bunny's not my vibe. I think it's cool because Bad Bunny seems cool, but it's just not the music that I want to hear. So bummed about that. And yeah, I know. Imagine like you could just shut the fuck up and do the work as an artist and be loved, but instead you have made. I just think it's crazy when somebody makes something like this their entire personality. Like, and the only thing that we know about J.K. Rowling these days is that she's a TERF. It's her whole personality. I'm obviously extremely pro trans rights. And of course, I believe that trans women are women and trans men are men. Because no shit, Sherlock. Period. That being said, I just don't understand, if I didn't believe that, being as obsessed with it as she is. Like, get a hobby, get a life. How can you care this much about that? How? Like, oh my God, I don't care that much about anything as you do about making sure that people know that you don't think trans women are women. Move on, move forward, talk about anything else, do anything else. I saw that interview with Emma Watson on Jay Shetty. And then, like, I thought Emma was perfectly fair and kind. And then J.K. Rowling, like, slammed her. And it's like, oh my God, you are so fucking annoying. Above all else. Hateful, yes. Annoying, holy shit. Christian Hardesty in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, oh, speaking of our matching tattoos, okay, just remember, I'm not saying any of this. Speaking of our matching tattoos, I cannot believe that my wax girl never says anything about the butt for. I'm dying to drop the joke on her, but she acts like it's normal. Wait, she's never said anything? How are you supposed to do it? I can't believe you guys have war girl tattoos. Like, war girls never dies. Love it forever. Also, much love to Jake, even though he says the butt for tattoo is a mistake. Wait, Jake, why do you feel like the butt for tattoo is a mistake? I'm so sad you feel that way. I think it's the greatest thing. Long live butt for. Like, yes, it's a World Girls thing, but it's a Roxy thing. RQMDSMD in the Streamlabs. Hi, Roxy. Your hair looks great. Thank you. If you know you look good, others will see it as well on the attitude. That's so true. It's confidence is king. Ain't that the truth, RQMDSMD? Ain't that the truth? What's a butt for? What is a butt for? I like the people who are newer to the rock stars who are like, what is she talking about? That's for me to know and for you to find out if you hand me the butt for. Can you just hand me the butt for? Yeah, just over there. Can you just hand me the butt for? Sits patiently and waits. Anyway, I have things to atone for. I'm not sure what, but I have to think about it. So I'm going to get out of here soon. Send any final Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, as I'm almost done with my tea. I know this is medicinal tea, but I know it's past sundown. I know. I told you guys I'm gonna be loose with it and atone for that. Okay. No, I don't get it, Luke. Rowling feels she's protecting women. I hope that can help you understand her persistence. I really don't. I don't feel like she could possibly really think that. Because how does putting down trans women protect other women? I don't get it. It's like people who say they don't believe in gay rights because that takes away from heterosexual marriage. It's like, no, it doesn't. It just adds other people who can get married. I don't understand. I'll never understand. There's nothing anybody can say. There's a lot of things in life people can change my mind on, and there's a lot of things I'm open to listening to, but that is just like, why do you fucking care? Move on. Move on. That's not me talking to you, Luke. That's me talking to JK. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. We are getting out of here. We didn't talk that much about Tilly, but like I just kept mentioning how I'm annoyed by Tilly. Don't take the roles, Tilly. How many more Tillys are there going to be? Is an agent going to sign Tilly? Will actors at that agency then be pissed at the agency? Like, how is this going to work? How's it going to work? You know what would help women? By you being great, people wanting to support you, you making another Harry Potter spinoff or franchise or whatever that people wanted to watch, and then using that money and donating it to like battered women shelters. That would protect women. Just an idea. I have 100 ideas. That's one. I would love to get that call from JK. Hey Rox, what is it I could do to actually protect women? I got you. I know like 80 things that would actually help protect women. Not what you're doing. That's crazy and doesn't protect me in any way. But other things, yes. There's a lot. A lot. Shout out to my 2 super chatters of the day, J Dog and Sexy Andrew Thomas. Shout out to the Streamlabsers of the day, RQMDSMD, Christian Harsey, Leonard Kim, Ash, a new guy, Mike Joyce, Fake Lloyd, Jake Yakavetta, Mr. ND Fanatic, Just Kuo. And I think that is it. Did I read all of you guys? Imprinted on Brunette, which is also Fake Lloyd. You guys rule. Girls rule. Boys drool. Okay, Jake in the Streamlabs says, Jake Yakavetta in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, getting your final Streamlabs. I just thought the butt for tattoo was on another level. When I told Ken Knapsack about it, he basically thought we were R-worded. Oh my God. Also, shout out to Ash, my favorite dude I've ever met at a live event. Yeah, Ash is the shit, man. I don't know a single person who has a single bad thing to say about Ash. Who cares that Ken did that? That was stupid. It's amazing. It's truly one of my favorite things that on planet Earth that you guys have that. Like, that is so great. I think it's so great. Also, I don't think that the problem is like saying it. I just think like use a different thing instead of the R word. Like, just say like he thought that we were dumbasses, whatever. Like, you don't have to just. Oh my God, boys will be boys, man. Okay, well, wish me a meaningful Yom Kippur and relatively easy fast. Fingers crossed. Can't believe I'm working all day tomorrow without food. It's a lot. It's a lot. To all my fellow Jews, have a meaningful Yom Kippur. To all my non-Jews, maybe think about things that you want to improve on. It's always good to check in. And okay, stay safe, stay safe. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those buffoons. Do not trend with the Holocaust, especially not during Yom Kippur. Talk about things that people need to atone for. My body, my choice. Wherever on the rainbow, we love you. We stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Golden sparkles for the Zen one himself. And F you, Tilly Norwood. And Brond. Those are the things. I've been watching a lot of TV. I'll talk to you guys about that on Sunday. Okay. Well, later.